Under the Moon Over You Are, a Sumerian bedtime tale. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let the world slow down. You've just entered a realm where stories drift like soft whispers in the night, guiding you into peaceful dreams. The moonlit path of Nana. As the ancient city of Uar settled into the quiet of the night, the golden light of the setting sun faded, replaced by the soft glow of the rising moon. High above, the moon god Nana watched over his people, his light casting long shadows and filling the land with a gentle radiance. The city, with its towering ziggurats and bustling streets, fell silent as one by one, the people drifted into peaceful sleep beneath the vast, star-filled sky. It was a night like any other, but the moon, with its eternal watch, held a quiet magic that stirred the hearts of those who rested beneath its glow. In the fields outside the city, a young farmer, weary from a long day of labor, sat beneath a tree. His hands were calloused, his body tired, but his heart was full of contentment from a day's work well done. He gazed up at the moon, its pale light casting a silver hue over the landscape. The soft breeze rustled the leaves, and the world seemed to exhale with him. As he looked up, Nana's gentle light seemed to reach out to him, wrapping him in a sense of calm, soothing his tired body and mind. The farmer closed his eyes, allowing the tranquility of the moment to wash over him. The moonlight whispered to him, as though the very air carried the wisdom of ages. "Rest, dear child of the earth," it seemed to say. "Let the world's worries fade, for you are at peace beneath my watchful eye." In the quiet stillness, the young farmer's breath deepened, and he began to drift into a peaceful slumber. In his dream, he found himself walking through lush fields, the earth beneath his feet soft and cool. The moon's light illuminated his path, guiding him through the tall grasses and past tranquil streams that shimmered like liquid silver under the night sky. The sound of the water was gentle, like a lullaby, soothing the farmer's soul with each step he took. As he walked, the moon's light grew warmer, surrounding him with a sense of security and reassurance. There was no fear, no worry, only peace, a deep, comforting peace that enveloped him in its embrace. The moon, wise and eternal, whispered the secrets of the night, sharing its ancient knowledge, offering the farmer guidance and solace. In this dream, the farmer was not alone. The spirits of the land, the whispers of nature, walked beside him, filling the air with the scent of blooming flowers and the rustle of the trees. With each step, the farmer's heart lightened, the weight of his day melting away. He walked in harmony with the earth, beneath the steady gaze of Nana, the moon god, whose light bathed him in a warmth like that of a mother's embrace. The dream stretched on, peaceful and serene, as the farmer journeyed through the moonlit night, guided by Nana's soft glow. And as his dreams deepened, the calm radiance of the moon continued to offer its quiet reassurance, filling his soul with tranquility. The young farmer slept soundly, his heart light, comforted by the gentle, eternal light of Nana, who watched over him, just as he watched over the land of Uar. And in the quiet of the night, the people of Uar, too, slept beneath the soothing light of the moon, their dreams guided by the same peaceful glow, as Nana's light continued to weave its magic over the world. The tale whispered to the listener, the gentle moonlight and the calm fields offering a sense of serenity, guiding them toward restful sleep, cradled in the peace of the eternal night. The song of the night wind. Under the vast, star-strewn sky, the city of Uar lay still, its walls standing tall against the whispers of time. The air was cool and carried a softness, a gentle breeze that danced through the streets and around the ancient buildings. It was the night wind, the very breath of the earth, the soul of the land itself. It moved through the city, carrying with it the songs of 1,000 years, songs of the gods, of creation, of life and death. The stars above blinked like ancient eyes, watching as the wind's lullaby wove its way across UR, stirring the hearts of all who listened. By the firelight, an old storyteller sat, his face weathered by time, his eyes filled with the wisdom of ages. He was a keeper of the past, a man whose voice had carried the tales of UR for generations. Around him, a small group of children sat, their faces glowing softly in the firelight, their eyes wide with anticipation. The storyteller smiled, knowing that this night, as every night, the wind would speak to them. "Listen," the old man said softly, his voice a gentle hum that blended with the night. "Do you hear it? The song of the wind. The ancient song." The children fell silent, their breaths held as the wind stirred the leaves in the trees, its whispers barely audible against the crackling fire. The storyteller closed his eyes, letting the melody of the wind fill his heart. The song was there, in the rustling of the branches, in the soft sigh of the air as it slipped through the cracks in the walls. It was the music of the gods. "The wind begins its journey," the storyteller continued, his voice becoming a quiet rhythm, a song in itself. "It travels from the distant mountains, where the snowflakes kiss the earth, and the air is crisp and clear. It picks up the songs of the rivers, the melodies of the waters as they flow through the valleys, singing of the life they bring. The wind carries the whispers of the gods as it travels, and with each breath it takes, it learns more of the world it moves through." The children listened, entranced by the tale, their minds painting vivid images of the wind's journey across the lands, through high mountains, over wide rivers, across vast fields and silent deserts. The wind song was a story of peace, of time flowing gently, of the quiet moments that passed unnoticed by the busy world. It carries its song to the city of UR, the old man's voice continued, where it moves through the streets and across the rooftops. It whispers to the trees, to the stones, and to the people. It hums softly in the ear of every soul, bringing peace, bringing calm. As the fire burned lower, the children's eyes grew heavy. The night wind sang its soothing song, wrapping around them like a blanket of warmth. Each soft breeze carried with it the promise of rest, the melody a lullaby that held them in its embrace. The storyteller's voice faded as the children's breathing grew slower, their heads nodding in sleep. The wind, carrying the songs of the gods, sang them into dreams, dreams of rivers and mountains, of peace and tranquility. The old man sat quietly, his heart filled with the song of the night wind, knowing that the stories of old would live on, whispered through the ages, carried by the breeze. And so, the wind continued its journey, carrying its melody across the city of UR, through the streets and over the walls, to the edges of the world. Its song, a soft lullaby, echoed through the night, offering comfort and peace to all who listened, guiding them gently into the restful slumber that awaited beneath the stars. The dream of the Garden of Inanna. Under the vast expanse of the night sky, the city of UR lay quiet, its ancient stone walls bathed in the soft glow of the rising moon. The stars shimmered like scattered gems, scattered across the dark velvet canvas, each one a whisper of the gods above. Beyond the city, the desert stretched out in a never-ending sea of golden sands, the air thick with the heat of the day. But as the night cooled, a traveler, weary and worn from days of wandering through the barren landscape, stumbled upon something unexpected. Hidden beneath the silver light of the moon, nestled between the jagged hills, lay a secret garden, known only to a few. It was a garden like no other, where the flowers bloomed in a riot of colors that seemed to glow with their own light, their petals soft and delicate like the finest silk. The air was fragrant with the scent of jasmine and lilies, a smell so sweet it seemed to calm the very soul. The traveler, tired from his long journey, stepped carefully into the garden, his feet sinking gently into the soft earth. His heart, heavy with fatigue and thirst, felt a sense of peace as the cool night air embraced him. The traveler looked up at the moon, and in that moment, he felt something stir within him, a presence, gentle yet powerful. The moon goddess Inanna herself seemed to gaze down upon him, her light wrapping around him like a warm, comforting embrace. Her spirit was there, in the garden, watching over it with the tenderness of a mother, the grace of a goddess. The flowers seemed to sway in time with the rhythm of her presence, as if they, too, were listening to her gentle song. The traveler, feeling the weight of his journey lift from his shoulders, sank to the ground amid the fragrant blooms. The petals were soft beneath him, and the cool night air carried with it a soothing, almost magical quality. He closed his eyes, breathing in the sweet scent of the flowers, letting the peace of the garden fill him. It was as if he had entered another world, a realm where time moved slower, where the troubles of the earth were forgotten. And then, the voice of Inanna whispered through the silence, gentle and kind, like the soft rustling of leaves in the wind. "Rest, dear traveler," she said. "You have journeyed far, and now you are safe. Let the dreams of the night fill you with peace. Let my blessings guide you on your path." Her voice was like a lullaby, carrying wisdom and comfort. The traveler felt his heart lighten, his mind quieted, as if the very essence of the goddess herself was speaking to him, offering not only rest but guidance for the journey ahead. It was as though the moonlight itself wrapped around him, the goddess's presence flowing into his very being. As the traveler drifted into a peaceful sleep, the garden continued to bloom under Inanna's watchful gaze, the flowers glimmering in the soft moonlight. The air remained filled with the calming fragrance of the blooms, each petal holding a memory of ancient wisdom. The traveler's body relaxed, and his dreams were filled with visions of gentle rivers, lush fields, and paths leading through unknown lands, guided always by the light of the moon and the voice of the goddess. Inanna's love and protection enveloped him, and as the night stretched on, the garden remained a sanctuary, a place where dreams were nurtured and the soul found rest. The listener, too, is invited into the garden, guided by the soft whispers of the goddess, feeling the same peace and love that the traveler experienced, as the tranquil night wraps them in its embrace, lulling them gently into a restful slumber. The watchful stars of Uar. Under the vast expanse of the night sky, the city of Uar lay draped in a blanket of quiet. The city, with its towering ziggurats and bustling streets, was now calm, resting beneath the gaze of countless stars. The stars, ancient and eternal, shimmered like silver jewels scattered across the heavens, their light soft but steady, casting a gentle glow over the earth below. To the people of Uar, the stars were not just distant lights in the sky, they were the eyes of the gods themselves, watching over the land and its people with care and wisdom. On the hills just outside the city, a shepherd led his flock of sheep through the rolling fields. The night was cool, the air crisp, and the sounds of the sheep's gentle bleating filled the silence. The shepherd walked slowly, his staff in hand, guiding his sheep along the well-worn paths. But every so often, he paused, his eyes drawn upward to the vast sky above. He had always believed that the stars were more than just lights. They were the watchful eyes of the gods, guardians of the land, ever present and ever vigilant. Tonight, as the stars twinkled above, the shepherd felt a deep sense of peace wash over him. He stopped for a moment, his gaze fixed on the sky, and he whispered softly to the stars. "Thank you for watching over us," he said. "Thank you for keeping us safe." The breeze stirred gently, carrying with it the earthy scent of the land, the fragrance of the hills, the grass, the soil. It was a comforting smell, one that connected the shepherd to the earth beneath his feet. He felt, in that moment, as if the stars above were not so far away. They seemed close, as though they were listening to his quiet words, their glow softening the darkness and filling him with a sense of tranquility. Lying down on the cold ground, the shepherd stretched out beneath the sky, his body sinking into the earth as the weight of the day slipped away. The stars continued their eternal dance above, their light shimmering like the soft breath of the night. He felt their watchful gaze upon him, as if the gods themselves were offering him dreams of hope, peace, and protection. With each passing moment, the tranquility of the night seeped into his bones, and he closed his eyes, drifting peacefully into sleep. In his dreams, the stars remained with him, guiding him, comforting him. They whispered soft words of wisdom, their light creating pathways through his dreams, showing him the way through fields of golden grain, rivers flowing gently under a full moon, and places of peace that only the gods could see. As the shepherd slept beneath the open sky, so too did the listener. Imagining the stars above, the soft scent of earth carried on the breeze, and the tranquil sense of divine protection, they too were enveloped in peace. The stars, ever watchful, continued their ancient vigil, offering solace and quiet, guiding all those beneath their gaze into dreams of rest and serenity. And so, under the watchful stars of Uar, the night unfolded, an eternal lullaby sung by the heavens themselves, filling the hearts of all who lay beneath their light with calm and comfort.